What's going on, everybody? I am back with another Prizepicks WNBA player props video. This one going to be breaking it down, giving you guys 5 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks. As always, guys, if you haven't checked out Prizepicks, would highly recommend you check them out. It is a player props website and app where you can win money off of picking the over and under on things like players, points, rebounds, assists, etc. Go ahead and use that promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100 today. Again, that is code KJK DFS. Go to lock that in. Get that free money offer and start winning some money over here on Prizepicks today, guys. And if you are getting very serious, would highly recommend you check out my premium content packages. If you haven't checked them out and you're playing every single day, I don't know why you haven't already. I offer packages for Underdog, Prizepicks. If you just play one site or the other in just one sport, you can get those. Or if you play all of the above, you're looking to get really serious and profit on all sites, all sports, would highly recommend you check out the KJK DFS VIP member package. You're going to need access to my big ticket before I release it to the public, early access to early edge picks before these bumps occur on these sites, and picks on all apps, including but not limited to Prizepicks, Underdog, Monkey Knife Fight, Sleeper, Betcha, Hot Streak. Every single app that we got, there's always value to be found, and that is what I supply over there. You get the exclusive Discord, direct access to me for any questions, and like I said, top priority member, access to all these picks before they get launched to the public so that we can get these picks in before the bumps. And sometimes I can only do so much. You know, I can't edit, upload, record videos at midnight or 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. And that's sometimes where the edge is found. So there's just more I can do with that package. If you enjoy the content, would be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Like goal for all these videos is going to be 200 likes, so if you can help me get up there, that would be awesome. We got some good WNBA games going on tonight with some playoff implications, so we're going to kind of discuss it, but there is a main core of teams that are on the bubble right now competing to make it to the WNBA playoffs, and those teams are the Minnesota Lynx, Atlanta Dream, New York Liberty, and Phoenix Mercury, which we're going to be discussing players from their teams because we know they're going to get a full allotment of minutes as well as the dire need to win these games. They should do every single thing possible to win these games. So all of my picks are going to be coming from those teams that are on the bubble fighting for playoff positions. So we'll kick things off in the New York Liberty Atlanta Dream game. This game comes in with a 159.5 over-under, 1.5 point spread in favor of the New York Liberty. So it is expected to stay close. It's expected to be a decent pace. And we're going to kick things off with the main high-usage player on the New York Liberty first, Sabrina Ionescu. She is phenomenal, and she didn't really play a lot of minutes last time out. I think they chose to kind of give her a rest with them winning that game by so much. If you look at the game, it was a blowout. So don't take her last minutes into consideration. She only played 26, but you look at the score. It was 91-73. I think that was kind of planned for this next big game because, as discussed, if you look at the standings, the Atlanta Dream and New York Liberty, this is a must-win game for both teams. So I expect their key players to play massive minutes, and it all starts with Sabrina Ionescu. Now I'm going to talk about her points, rebounds, and assist prop over here on Prizepicks because she does it all. I like the over 33.5 points, rebounds, and assists. You look at her game logs as far as what she does on a consistent basis. She does contribute in every single one of these categories. And like I said, I expect her minutes to be way up in this one in a must-win game. Not to mention I expect her usage to be way up. Only 12 shots last time out, typically 21, 15, 18, 16. So she'll get the shots way up there. She shoots a bunch of three-pointers. She'll get to the free throw line, 12 for 12, 7 for 8, 5 for 7, 4 for 4 from the line. She also gets those rebounds and assists. You can see 9 rebounds, 7 assists last time, 7 and 4, 5 and 5, 8 and 6, 6 and 4, and then the points upside is massive. 13, 32, 20, 20, 31. So she's a great PRA contributor. I'm going to stay away from her fantasy score because she does have a tendency of turning the ball over quite a bit. She will rack up those turnovers. As you can see, 4, 5, 4, 3, 3, 3, 6. So I want to stay away from the fantasy score for that reason. I'm going to be sticking with the points, rebounds, and assists. Once again, must-win game. I expect the minutes to be up in a major way in this one. I like the over 33.5 points, rebounds, and assists for Sabrina Ionescu. That's going to be pick number 1. Over 33.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Pick number 2, we're going to be running it back on the other side. We're talking about the key player for the Atlanta Dream. That's going to be Ryan Howard. Once again, her minutes are way up. And I want to talk about her fantasy score because she is a player that gets lots of blocks and steals to go along with points, rebounds, and assists, all of the above. And she plays massive minutes as well. 32.5 fantasy score. I expect her to have a big game in this one. The last 2 games out, it's been a little bit disappointing after clearly surpassing this line the 3 times prior. However, she's averaging 35.7 over her last 5, and if anything, I think we might get a little bit of a discount on her now that she hasn't had the greatest of games in the low 30s, whereas if she had a couple big games, she might be up there in the mid 30s to upper 30s. I'll gladly take this Her block and steal metrics are fantastic. She plays lots of minutes and takes lots of shots, as discussed. 37 minutes last time out, 4 for 16. You can see 6 for 16, 7 for 12, 5 for 13. She will shoot the ball a ton, but she also will get the rebounds, assists, 3-4, 2-3, 4-3, 5-4, 6-1, and then the blocks and steals. You see, last couple times out, they've been a little bit underwhelming. 1 steal, 2 steals, 1 steal. But then the times prior, 2 blocks, 5 steals, 2 blocks, 1 steal. And looking at my advanced metrics sheet over here on my Patreon as far as my advanced metrics hub, she does grade out as a phenomenal blocks and steal player. So she definitely is consistently getting blocks and steals throughout the season because her blocks and steals metrics are reflecting it. She's got a 2.2% steal metric, a 2.3% block metric. That is very, very good, both of those towards the top of the league. So a lot of minutes, a lot of block and steal upside, a lot of rebounds and all those other categories. And like I said, I think we're getting a nice discount because of the struggles she's had the last 2 times out. I am not concerned about it. Must-win game. I expect her to be at the floor for pretty much the whole entire game. I like the over 32.5 fantasy score for Ryan Howard. Pick number 2. Pick number 3, we're going to be kicking it on over to the next must-win team, and that's going to be the Minnesota Lynx taking on the Seattle Storm. This game comes with a 164 over-under. It is a 1.5-point spread, and I want to talk about Miss Sylvia Fowles because we saw something last time out that is a big, worthy note, worthy of noting, and that is her minutes finally went up. She's been playing in the low 20s or so for quite some time after starting the season out. Getting hurt real quick. She was playing 37, 33, 39, 35, 32, 34, 31, 36, 36 minutes to start the season out early. This is her final season. This is her last hurrah. And her team needs her performance tonight to stay in the race, as explained. The Minnesota Lynx, you can see 14-20. They need to win to secure a spot in the playoffs. And if they don't, Sylvia Fowles will be done. As a matter of fact, it's on the screen right here. WNBA legend Sylvia Fowles looks forward to life as a mortician after basketball. So they're already talking about it, but she's got a season to finish out, and when she plays massive minutes, her upside is massive. She'll get the blocks and steals, she'll get lots of rebounds, she'll score buckets, she does it all. Just pulling up some game logs from earlier in the season when she was playing the full allotment of minutes, just to give you an idea. FanDuel is the site that I have up right now. They have the exact same fantasy scoring as Prizepicks. And you look at the games where she was getting massive minutes. I mean, look at this. 46, 45 fantasy points, respectively. That's kind of what she'll do in games, typically, when she gets a full allotment of minutes. Last time out, she had 30.3, which I would say was a little bit of a letdown compared to what her upside is, honestly, against Phoenix. But I'm not going to let that talk me off her. And like I said, I think her fantasy score line is at a nice discount with the minutes increase. I think Prizepicks hasn't quite adjusted yet, which is fair enough because she hasn't been playing this allotment of minutes throughout the whole entire season. But like I said, with a must-win game, I think we do see that. She just cleared 30.3 last time out, but I think she can clear this pretty easily. Her upside's massive. She could easily score 40-plus fantasy points if they're going to choose to play her 30-plus minutes. If they somehow get her back up into those mid-30s and upper 30s like she was playing earlier in the season, which I do think is a strong possibility in a must-win game, I think she absolutely mashes this fantasy line. So I like the over 29.5 fantasy score for Sylvia Fowles as pick number 3. Over 29.5 fantasy score. Once again, the minutes are going to be up. They've been resting her. It's go time. They need to win to make the playoffs. I think that those limited minutes are no longer tonight, so that's why I'm all over this for pick number 3. Pick number 4. We're going to be going to the Dallas Wings, taking on the Phoenix Mercury. This is the last game where we have a team with a must-win. It is the Phoenix Mercury. Look at the standings once again. Phoenix tied for these rest of these spots at the 14-20 record that 1, 2, 3, 4 teams currently possess. And they are without Skylar Diggins-Smith the rest of the season. Obviously, she is the #1 usage player on their team. And guess what? They're without Diana Taurasi, who's the #2 usage player on their team. So there's some massive usage to go around on this side. There were some massive minutes. And there's 2 ladies I want to talk about specifically. It all starts at the top with Miss Shea Petty. She's someone that I've been loving targeting her fantasy score all season long because she gets buckets, she gets rebounds, she gets assists, and she gets a ton of blocks and steals. Like I said, mainly steals, actually, when it comes to Shea Petty. She has a fantastic steal metric. You look at her game logs as far as how she's been playing as of late since Skylar Diggins-Smith has been out as well. A ton of usage. 15 shots, 17 shots, 14 shots respectively the last 3 times. You look at the other categories, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 21 points, 3 steals, 1 block, 7, 3, 20, 4, 4, 13 points, a steal in that one. Like I said, her steal metrics are really, really good. So a lot of games you can see 3 steals, 2 steals, 4 steals, 4 steals, 3 steals, 2 steals throughout the entire season. Last time out with the 1 block and the 3 steals to go along with the massive game as far as the rebounds, assists, and points. Once again, with there being no Skylar Diggins-Smith, her usage should be through the roof. I really think this is at a nice discount. And then lastly, she's playing massive minutes. You look at the minutes, 35, 35, 37 minutes. She's going to play mid to upper 30s. I think this line is simply too low. I think she can easily score 30-plus fantasy points with how many minutes she's out there on the floor. 26.5 fantasy score. I will gladly take the over 26.5 fantasy score for Shea Petty as pick number 4. And pick number 5, we're going to be sticking to the same team. Another teammate that plays a ton of minutes. It's going to be Miss Turner. She leads the league. She's up there as far as minutes are concerned, only behind Skylar Diggins-Smith. Plays 33.7 minutes per game, and she gets a ton of blocks and steals. She's averaging 1.7 blocks per game and 1.2 steals per game. She also plays a ton of minutes, like I said, and once again, her line is just simply too low, in my opinion. With them dealing with some injuries, her minutes are more locked in than ever. She failed to get there last time out, but I don't think that's going to be the trend going forward. She really just didn't have the greatest of games, but she's not a player that's going to like stack, absolutely stash the stat sheet, but the blocks and steals is ridiculous. And she's on the floor enough to get a lot of rebounds. She'll mix in some assists, and she'll get a few buckets. When you're on the floor for that long, naturally, you might get a cut. Maybe someone doubles off, and she gets a wide open look around the rim, and she finishes. That's just going to naturally happen when you're on the floor for 36, 34 minutes. You can see 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 blocks, 1 steal last game out. 3 blocks, 1 steal the game before. 3 blocks, 1 steal the game before. 2 blocks, 2 steals. 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 2 steals. 2 steals, 2 blocks. 5 blocks, 3 steals. I mean, it's just ridiculous. You get 3 points for every one of those blocks and steals on Prizepicks as far as the fantasy scoring is concerned. Once again, she's going to play in the upper 30s minutes. Her line's only at 24.5. Similar to Shea Petty, and her line's even lower. Now, she's not going to get buckets and stuff like Shea Petty. It's not going to be as flashy, but I just think being on the floor for 30-plus minutes, she's on the floor for way too minutes. The opportunity cost is way too high to not be going here. And then, like I said, you factor in there's no Skylar Diggins-Smith, there's no Taurasi. Naturally, there's going to be more shots to go around for other Phoenix players. So, pick number 5, we're going to be rocking with the over 24.5 fantasy score for Brianna Turner. And that is my 5 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks in the WNBA tonight, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any featured content that I upload. If you haven't checked out the premium content packages, I don't know what you're waiting for. Check that out. There's a lot more money to be made over there, more picks, more learning to be done. You're going to get a lot more than what you invest, especially for this VIP package. I've been pushing this because it has been phenomenal. One thing I haven't even mentioned is once we get up to 100 patrons, I'm going to be giving out 5 free KJK DFS merch items to 5 lucky winners. So that's a nice little giveaway. If you have any more ideas for giveaways too, I'd like to do a lot more of those. But once we get up to 100 patrons, I'm going to start doing a lot of giveaways for sure. So check that out if you're interested. And that is all from me in this one, guys. Best of luck on your props tonight, and we will see you in the next one.